Hi everyone, welcome back to one more session on discussion about motion. Previously we discussed about uniform motion, non-uniform motion, speed, velocity, acceleration. In this session we will discuss about three questions on acceleration that we find in the textbook. First one, when will you say a body is in uniform acceleration, non-uniform acceleration? Question number second, a bus decreases its speed from 80 km per hour to 60 km per hour in 5 seconds. Find the acceleration of the bus. Third question, a train starting from a railway station and moving with uniform acceleration attains a speed of 40 km per hour in 10 minutes. Find its acceleration. Let us discuss one question at a time. The first question being, when will you say a body is in, further sub question 1, uniform acceleration? So the answer is, if the change of velocity of a body is constant at equal intervals of time, then we say that the body has uniform acceleration. Note that uniform acceleration does not guarantee you that the body is going in uniform motion. See, to understand this sentence what we read just now, meaning equal intervals of time, within that there is change of velocity of body is constant. What do you mean by that? To understand this, we'll take an example. Now let us take an example. Suppose a body is undergoing motion in straight line, means uh, the direction does not change. In that case, the speed and velocity both will be same. Let its initial velocity be v1. We will call it v1 just as a convention, and let it be equal to 10 meter per second. After 5 seconds, let the velocity increase to v2, which is 20 meter per second. After 5 more seconds, let its velocity increase to v3, which is 30 meter per second. In that case, let us see the first case between v2 and v1. When v1 is the initial velocity, that is 10, and final velocity v2. So in this case, the first change we will find is between v2 and v1. That is equal to v2 minus v1. The change will be 20 minus 10, right? 20 meter per second minus 10 meter per second. And how do you calculate the acceleration? The acceleration is calculated by change in velocity divided by time. Change in velocity, just as I told you now, it is 20 is the final velocity minus 10, which is the initial velocity, divided by time taken, which is 5 seconds. Now 20 minus 10 is 10. 10 by 5. When you simplify, answer is 2. Right? 5 ones are, 5 twos are. 2, but SI unit for acceleration is meter per second square. So in the first case, between V1 and V2, the acceleration is 2 meter per second square. Let us consider between the next two velocities, that is V2 and V3, where V2 will be initial velocity, V3 will be final velocity. So in the second case, the change is between V3 and V2. So V3 minus V2, if we check, there it is 30 minus 20. So again, acceleration, same formula, final velocity minus initial velocity. In this case, which is final velocity? V3 minus, which is initial velocity? V2. Subtract those two, you will get the change in velocity divided by time, that is 5 seconds. So substituting the values, we get 30 minus 20, that is V3 minus V2, divided by 5. 30 minus 20 being 10. 10 by 5, again 5 ones are, 5 twos are. Answer is again 2 meter per second square. So the acceleration in both the cases is same. We call this as uniform acceleration. Velocity is not constant. It is going on changing. But the change in velocity is same. See, just concentrate here. V2 minus V1. That is 20 minus 10. Answer is 10. What about V3 minus V2? That is 30 minus 20. 30 minus 20 is also 10. See, the change is same. So velocity is changing, but how much it changed, that quantity remains same. So we can say that in both the cases, the acceleration remains same. How much? 2 meter per second square. This is called as uniform motion. No, this is uniform acceleration. But this is not uniform motion because the velocity is continuously changing. As I told you, the direction has not changed in this example, but the speed itself has changed. When speed changes, we also say that velocity changes. Hence, this is an example for not a uniform motion, but surely uniform acceleration. Let us have a look at the second question, second sub question of the first question. When will you say a body is in non-uniform acceleration? So, answer is if the change of velocity of a body is not constant, or we can say it varies at equal intervals of time, then we say that the body has non-uniform acceleration. To understand this, again let us take an example very similar to what we took for the first sub question. Suppose a body is undergoing motion in a straight line. Its initial velocity, let it be v1, which is equal to 10 meter per second. After 5 seconds, let its velocity increase to v2, which is equal to 30 meter per second. After 5 more seconds, let its velocity be increased to v3, which is equal to 40 meter per second. Okay. Now let us calculate the acceleration. So in the first case, what happens is v1 is the initial velocity, v2 is the final velocity. So the difference will be 30 minus 10, right? So let us calculate the acceleration. We know acceleration is equal to final velocity minus initial velocity divided by time. So what is final velocity? That is 30. So I enter 30 minus initial velocity, which is 10. So 30 minus 10 divided by 5. 30 minus 10 is 20. 20 by 5. 5 ones are, 5 fours are. Answer is 4 meter per second square. That is the acceleration in the first case between v2 and v1. Now let us have a look at the next case. In the next case, it is between v3 and v2. So which is the first initial velocity, that is v2. Final velocity is v3. Let us try to apply the formula. The difference between v3 and v2 is 40 minus 30, which is 10. At that time it was 20, now it is 10. So this will affect the acceleration. Let us check. Acceleration is equal to final velocity, which is v3 in this case, minus v2, which is the initial velocity in this case, divided by time taken, which is 5 seconds. Entering the values, 40 minus 30 upon 5, which is equal to 10 by 5. 5 ones are, 5 twos are. Answer 2 meter per second square. So what we find here is in both the cases, the acceleration is not same. One place it is 4 meter per second square, another place it is 2 meter per second square. So in both the cases, we understand the acceleration changes. So this is called non-uniform acceleration. It is also non-uniform motion. Can you guess why? Yes, because the velocity is changing, and when velocity changes, we call it as non-uniform motion. Let us go to the next question. So let us start with the next question. That is, a bus decreases its speed from 80 km per hour to 60 km per hour in 5 seconds. Find the acceleration of the bus. Let us start with the solution. First, what is given? The data is initial velocity is 80 km per hour, but this is not SI units. So let us convert this into SI units. 80 into kilo means 1000. So 1000 meter. So 80 into 1000 divided by hour. 1 hour is equal to 60 minutes. Each minute equal to 60 seconds. So if you want to convert it into seconds, we multiply it by 60 into 60. Simplification further, 1 0 cancels from numerator and denominator, we get 8 by 6. From 1000 divided by 60, 0 0 if you cancel, you get 100 by 6. Further, 8 into 100 is numerator 800 divided by denominator 36. Further simplification gives us the answer 22.22 meter per second. This is the initial velocity. Let us go for final velocity v2, which is equal to 60 km per hour they have given. 60 into the same one, it resembles the same step, so you can just continue in the same way. 60 into 1000 divided by 1 hour can be written as 60 into 60, that is 60 minutes into 60 seconds, which is further another 160 from the numerator, 160 from the denominator gets cancelled. You are left with 1000 by 60. Again 1 zeros if you cancel, you will get 100 by 6, which on simplification gives you 16.66 meter per second. So we got initial velocity and final velocity. Next is time taken. What is the time taken here? That is 5 seconds. So t is equal to 5 seconds. Next, we know that acceleration is given by final velocity minus initial velocity by time. What is the final velocity? That is v2. v2 is 16.66. So I replace v2 with 16.66 minus v1, which is initial velocity. What is initial velocity? 22.22. When you subtract these two, the answer is 5.56. However, the sign of the bigger number, that is 22.22, is minus. So the final answer is minus 5.56 upon 5. Simplifying this, we get approximately minus 1.112 meter per second square. That is the answer. So since the value is negative, we can say the bus undergoes retardation, or this is also called deceleration. Means see, from higher velocity to lower velocity it is going. Means you are not applying the accelerator of the bus, you are applying the brakes. So speed decreases. This is called retardation or deceleration. One more word is there, negative acceleration. I am not writing here because many people get confused with. Third and final question. Let us go for that. A train starting from railway station and moving with a uniform acceleration attains a speed of 40 km per hour in 10 minutes. Find its acceleration. Let's go for the solution. What is given? Initial velocity v1 is 0 meter per second. How do you know that? It's not mentioned here. The train starting from the railway station means the train has not started yet. It starts from the railway station. Its initial speed is 0 or initial velocity is 0 because it is starting from rest. Okay, so there is no need of converting from kilometer per hour to meter per second, because no matter what the unit, the magnitude is 0. So 0 into anything is 0. So initial velocity is 0 meter per second. Now let's go for the final velocity, which is equal to 40 km per hour. 40 km per hour, similar to the previous question, if you convert 40 into 1000, because kilo stands for 1000, divided by 1 hour can be written as 60 into 60. That will convert it into seconds. So if you cancel zeros from numerator and denominators, you will get 400 divided by 36, which is approximately equal to 11.11 meter per second. So you got final velocity and initial velocity. The last but not the least, you need the time taken, which is equal to 10 minutes. But I don't want it in minutes, I want it in seconds. So convert minutes into seconds. That is 10 into 60 seconds. That is equal to 600 seconds. We got the time also. Now let us go for acceleration formula. We know that acceleration is equal to final velocity minus initial velocity. v2 minus v1 upon t. This can also be written as v minus u. Okay, where v is final velocity, u is initial velocity. So what is final velocity? 11.11, which we have already found out. 11.11 minus initial velocity, which is 0. So 11.11 minus 0 divided by times 600. So that is 11.11 minus 0 is 11.11. Anything you subtract 0 from, the number remains same. So 11.11 divided by 600 is approximately equal to 0.0185 meter per second square. That remains as the acceleration of the train. So we can say the acceleration of the train is equal to 0.0185 meter per second square. I hope the three questions are clear. The first one was theory. The second and third were problems. I hope I have solved it step by step and you have understood it. So if you have not understood, if you have doubts, please write in the comment section. Thank you.